Well, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video, and I hope you're all having a great start of 2023. So it's finally the new year and we're gonna get some new movies, and 2022 was a great year for movies and I'm very much excited to what we're gonna get this year. So here's my ranking of my anticipated movies of 2023. So first up on the list we have The Flash and Aquaman 2. I'm gonna put these together because they're like from the DC universe. But yeah, this one's at the bottom of the list because I honestly don't have faith in the DC universe anymore. The Flash, I don't even know if this movie's even coming out. Like, is this movie actually coming out? Let me know in the comments. I have no idea. But I mean, it says it's coming out. But yes, all the drama with Ezra Miller, with Michael Keaton, and then James Gunn into the mix. Like, it's just an absolute mess. And I don't know what they're doing with Aquaman, with Amber Heard and stuff. Like, it's honestly a mess, but that's why it's at the bottom of the list. Next up, we have Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. I'm just judging from the trailer. I know Disney's like popping out with a bunch of live-action remakes and it's getting annoying. But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I like the trailer. Like, it was nice. It was a nice teaser. Even the music sounded really good too. The part of that world, like the instrumental, was really nice. I actually really like that. And Hailey Bailey, I think that's her name. I think she's doing great from what I've seen. But yeah, not much to say. Moving on. Next up, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'm putting this not part of the Aquaman and the Flash because Shazam doesn't have any problems going on behind the scenes, so it's part of a different thing. But Shazam, I mean, I love the first one. I love the family aspect of that movie. From what I've seen in the trailer, it looks kind of bloated. I get a little critical when it comes to movies that get really bloated and tons of CGI and stuff, but it looks like they got the whole family, the theme of family intact, and it's still there. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with that movie. Next up, we have Fast 10. Yeah, Fast and Furious, sure. I have to say that my experience for Fast 9 was one of the most hilarious experiences I've ever had in the theater. It's one of those movies where I laughed that much. I don't know if anybody agrees with me, but I think Fast and Furious is actually hilarious. The stunts are so ridiculous and over the top, but it's also a hell of a time, and I'm expecting more of that in Fast 10. Just crazy shit, things that don't make sense. I think we're going into Fast and Furious expecting that now, and yeah, Fast 10, let's go. Next up on the list, we have Scream 6. Now, Scream 6, look, I thought Scream 5 was like fine, like it was okay, but I've seen the trailer for Scream 6, and I do like the concept that this now takes place in New York City. You know, I feel like in other movies, always like in a neighborhood, a small town, but a slasher film taking place in New York City, I think they can do some pretty interesting things with that. I don't know if it will be good, but I do like the concept. Next up, we have Asteroid City, Wes Anderson's latest film. And I don't really know much about this film, but I know that this movie has a stellar cast, like all Wes Anderson movies. And of course, I love Wes Anderson's directing style and the cinematography and everything. Moonrise Kingdom, Grand Budapest Hotel. Grand Budapest Hotel, that movie is a masterpiece. So I'm looking forward to Asteroid City. Next up on the list, we have Dune Part 2, directed by Denis Villeneuve. And he's one of my favorite directors. I wasn't like a big fan of that first movie. I thought it was good, but I didn't really love it that much. But it's honestly a visual spectacle. And part of the reason why something was missing, because I sadly saw this movie at home. I didn't get to see it in theaters. And the film that you see like on Blu-ray or on digital or on streaming, whatever, it's like the widescreen with the black bars on top. And I've seen the footage, the IMAX footage, you know, the full screen footage on YouTube and stuff, and it looks way better and way more immersive. This movie needs to be seen in the IMAX format, and I don't know why they don't release that on the Blu-ray. It's kind of ridiculous. Like the widescreen aspect ratio of the first Dune, like watching that at home doesn't do it justice at all. But yeah, other than that, I'm very much looking forward to the second movie. Next up, I'm gonna put these three movies in the same category, but the MCU movies. So you got Guardians 3, Ant-Man, Quantumania, and The Marvels. Yeah, I'll see it. I'll go see it. Am I that excited for it? Not really, but I guess there's gonna be some fun interactions between Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. I guess that'll be fun. Ant-Man Quantumania, well, yeah, I love Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd as the character. That first Ant-Man is like one of my, like, really high on my list of favorite MCU movies. In Guardians 3, wow, that trailer, it looks like there's gonna be some emotion in the Guardians 3. Like, it looks, somebody's gonna die, I think. Nah, I'm a little scared. Next up, we have Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. I love that first movie. It's like a very good comic book film. Love the animation style of that one, and very much looking forward to what they do with this one. Next up, we have Maestro, directed by Bradley Cooper and starring Bradley Cooper in the main role. I don't know much about this movie. I think it's a biopic, true story. I don't know much about the story, but I'm a big fan of Bradley Cooper's A Star Is Born and what he did with that movie. Brilliant directorial debut. So I'm excited to see what he does next as a film director. Next up is going to be a pretty shocking one, but Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig. Look, this is probably going to be another Lego movie type film. Like, it's like, if you've seen the trailer, you know they did a parody of like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and you know that this is not going to be some typical Barbie movie. Like, this movie is going to have some meaning. It's going to be pretty deep, I can tell. And of course, it's directed by Greta Gerwig, so you can't go wrong with that. It might look like just some Barbie movie on the surface, but I'm telling you, I'm calling it. This movie's gonna be really deep. I'm calling it. Next up, we have John Wick Chapter 4, and holy shit, does the trailer look amazing. Like, each movie just ends up looking better and better and better. Like, the cinematography in this one is like the best out of all of them. Like, I can already see that in the trailer. And the action sequences, you know they're gonna top the last movie. And this movie even has Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen, come on, like, yeah. Next up on the list, we have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So this is Harrison Ford's last appearance as Indiana Jones and last acting role ever. Also, John Williams' last score is supposedly this movie as well, which is really sad. But yeah, I think Indiana Jones, like, I'm not saying that Indiana Jones should like keep going for many more years, but I think it deserves a nice conclusion, because the last movie, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, like, I'm not going to accept Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as like the last Indiana Jones movie. I want Indiana Jones to end on a high note, and I'm very much hoping that the Dial of Destiny is going to deliver that. So at number 2, we have Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan. And Christopher Nolan is my personal favorite director of all time, and I'm always looking forward to his movies. I remember back in 2010, I saw the TV spot on television, and of Inception. I was 10 years old, I think. Yeah. And then I remember it said from Christopher Nolan, the director of The Dark Knight, and I was pumped to see Inception. Like, I had no idea. I remember like just watching a bunch of comic book movies, like franchise type movies, but Inception was like that first movie that really made me go like, oh, I need to go see like more original movies, and Christopher Nolan allowed that to happen. And this is the same thing that's happening here with Oppenheimer, with a stellar cast with Cillian Murphy. I don't know, correct me on that. Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr. I think Florence Pugh's in this as well. Yeah, stellar cast. Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. So yeah, Oppenheimer is definitely high up on my list. Now, my number 1 most anticipated movie of 2023 is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Holy shit. After seeing Top Gun Maverick, my hype for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 has gone up so high. And of course, you all know the bike stunt that he pulled off. I remember hearing about it 2 years ago, and I was like, holy shit, this movie's gonna be amazing. And even when I saw the trailer, I fully believe that this will top the last movie. Like, Mission Impossible Fallout is my favorite Mission Impossible ever, but I'm fully confident that I think this will top it. Like, I can just see it. I can just see the action sequences. They're way much more grand and big, and it's going to be insane, I'm telling you. And of course, like I said, the hype of Top Gun Maverick has just made it even more hyped. And of course, I saw the preview right before going to see Avatar: The Way of Water. They showed us the behind-the-scenes footage of the bike jump parachute thing, and seeing that in IMAX was absolutely brilliant. And that's such great marketing, because that's just going to make a bunch of people who go see Avatar, make them want to see the new Mission Impossible. So there you go. That's my list of my most anticipated movies of 2023. Let me know some of your most anticipated movies of 2023. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.